as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. Now basically what you do is you keep adding your oil to it until it gets to a point where it starts getting thicker and thicker. If it starts getting too thin, stop. At that point, it's going the other way, and you're going to have basically liquid oil. Now, because I've added coconut oil to this, okay, when I put it in the fridge, it's going to congeal a lot better. Now, let's see here. See, it's getting thicker. Still thin, so we still got to whip this up a little bit more. Now, as you're doing this, pour a little of the oil in and allow it to melt. And what I mean by melting is you'll see like an oil perimeter around the egg, and then once that starts to fuse in with the egg, you'll see that perimeter disappear. At that point, the lecithin in the egg and the oil are starting to fuse. So I'm going to keep on doing this, see if we can get it to a certain thickness. Now let's say, forgot this, but let's say I want to add iodine to this. This will also help carry the iodine through the cells of your body. Every cell in your body has iodine in it. So for some of you who have some immune dysfunction going on, you may want to add this to it. I'm going to add it to this one as well. As you can see, it's getting a little thicker. Okay, and you can, like I said, this is something you're going to work up and work up and work up. Now, I put 2 in there, so I should get, almost by the time it's done, about that much. Give or take. Now, when you apply this, you can apply this on anything you would eat, whether it be a potato, rice, pasta, breads, which I'm encouraging a lot of people not to eat any breads anymore. You may find by not eating bread, you'll find that your body's aches and pains will diminish a lot more. You may find that you're going to have more energy. I don't care what kind of bread it is, whether it's gluten-free or otherwise. You lay off the bread, you watch what happens. I've got people on an eating regimen here where they're eating no breads, no pastas, no rices, no cereals, no grapes, bananas, watermelon or raisins, no pork, no pops, no junk food. You can eat any meat you want. You can eat any poultry you like, any eggs, any yogurt, any kefir, as long as it's normal, plain. And I'll tell you, everyone's telling me the differences they're noticing here, no inflammation, nothing. So anyway, give me a second, I'm going to keep this going, see what we can get out of this. Okay, we were whipping it. We took a whip and we were beating this thing till we got to do what we wanted to do. See, look at that. Okay, and I can still work that more and make it thicker. But see how it's going now. Because we use the coconut oil and the avocado oil, this is an omega-9. This is just a saturated fat. Now, this is going to taste a heck of a lot better than anything you're buying in a store. It's a heck of a lot healthier. Now, I will caution women, if you're having a testosterone imbalance in your hormones, do not use omega-9s. Do not use olive oil, do not use avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, or pumpkin seed oil. They have found that omega-9s for women can actually jack up your testosterone levels. So if you have this endocrine issue going on, don't use the omega-9. If you are going to use it, lay off it for a while. If you've got something going on, lay off it for a while. It doesn't mean you can never use it again. It's just at this point in time, you have an overload of something and you need to stop feeding the overload. Okay, so you don't want to use the avocado oil. Like I said, there's sunflower oil, there's sesame seed oil, there's any omega-6, apricot oil, almond oil. You have options. You can just do it straight with coconut oil if you like. You don't have to do what I'm doing today with these oils. Again, when I'm pointing these things out to you and showing you this, it is one way. This is one little door. You know what I mean? So this allows you to now take it to the next level. There are a lot of you out there a lot smarter than I am. So take this and evolve it, develop it, make it better. Okay? So, and then share the information. Alright. So, there you go. Look at that. Mayonnaise. Okay? No additives are put in there. These do have a preserving effect, if you will. So you did put a preservative in it. But you put a natural occurring preservative. You put a plant preservative in it. Plant antioxidants. You didn't put anything synthetic here. There's nothing here synthetic. Nothing. Okay? Fuchsia comes from cedar. Rhodiola comes from a flower. Ajwain is basically celery seed from India. There's green tea in this. There's ginger. There's cayenne. Oregano oil comes from a herb. Black pepper comes from a herb. CQ10, comes from beets, potatoes, and other plants. This is all stuff you've put together. Antioxidant production, brain health, liver health, cellular health, arterial health, heart health, all here. In the health food industry, we have a fancy term called liposome. I think I mentioned it before. Where you take a fat molecule and you surround it, you surround whatever it is you're trying to carry into the system so you make it more effective and more absorbable. We've created that here. So again, we have made mayonnaise. And again, spread it anyway. There we go. Now this would have made more, but time constraints being what they are, we just made it this way, just to give you an idea. So again, keep whipping it until it gets to a point where it's thick. Afterwards, it starts getting thin, shut it off, you're done. Put it in the fridge and refrigerate it.
How long would you say roughly that people are looking at for whipping time?
Oh, depending on the egg and the oil you use is really going to determine that. You're probably looking at between anywhere from 5-7 minutes to maybe up to 15, depending again what you're doing. So again, it can fluctuate. I forget what 20 minutes we're doing this.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes. It took us 20 minutes to do this. So again, you could take your less time depending on again the egg and again the oil you're using. So in the meantime, stay tuned for the other stuff. Look at the other channels. Look at our favorites. Look at what we have. Till the next segment, share the health.